Okay, Nick, so good to see you again.
See you, Pat.
So one thing that we were talking a little bit about towards the end of the last lesson that we didn't really get to touch on is the importance of a pre-shot routine.
Okay.
So like you said, I know you said that you played basketball in high school. So before each free throw, the way NBA players do it, the way you do it growing up, you see everyone has their routine that kind of gets them into a focused mode and a zoned in kind of feel. So whether it's 2 dribbles and a spin every single time, the same thing we want to do there, we want to translate that into our golf swing. So here, let me grab a ball. Now, what are your general thoughts before when you're walking up the fairway to your ball, what are you thinking about before you actually get up and hit it?
What I'm probably thinking, what yardage I'm going to have, what the wind is doing.
Thinking about what club you're hitting, what line you want.
Yeah.
So once you're set on the club and you feel where the wind is compared to where you want your line to be, and you have your line set, I want you to start getting into a mental pattern routine where you train yourself to get a practice swing, then step behind it, take a deep breath, double check your line, make sure everything that you want in the shot is about to happen, and then get up to it. Maybe have the same amount of time in between each shot, get like a 3-second count, and then just fire away.
Okay,
so why don't you demonstrate that right now for me?
So I'll give it a practice swing first.
Right.
Kind of a
nice smooth swing, get some confidence in your playing and all that.
Up my line there.
Okay.
At the pin. So I'm going to step up now. Get behind it. Usually I'll try and pick something in front of the ball to aim at.
Right.
There. And then one away, I guess.
Nice. Right, so, once you start to get out and play and you emphasize that into your round, you'll start to see it kind of just gets you, more focused, and you'll be in more of a consistent zone. Everything will just start flowing a little bit better for you. Kind of keeps you on track through a long 4-hour round. And then I know another thing that we were talking about was trying to transition how simple it is to transition a short game chip swing into a full swing. So a drill that I use a lot when my plane's off, and I feel like I'm not striking the ball the way I want to, is I'll get out to the range and hit a few at 40% and just take a pitching wedge and just punch them like 40 or 50 yards and just feel a straight ball flight, feel a square face. And then you slowly build up from there. And you build up the percentage in your head to go, all right, so now I hit a good one 50%, now I can go 70, now I can go 90. So you're taking full swings and feeling the same, smooth, consistent swing. So why don't you try that for me? Okay. It's a good drill to use when your plane's off and when you just don't have the confidence going. Yep, to that second flag right there, let's try and punch one out 40 yards. Okay, that's all right. There you go. Now on that same line, right at that pin, but past it, let's go 70% and try and turn it up a little bit.
Okay.
Alright. Now we're starting to feel a little more confident. Let's take the same line and let's go all the way up to 100 and just keep that same swing thought in mind as a 50%. Perfect. Sounded good, looked good. And again, that's just a good drill to start using when you start to need to build some confidence up. You go to the range and you start hitting a few of those knockdown shots and just start feeling a nice smooth swing plane. So.
Perfect. Thanks, Pat.
Yep.